Hi guys, I want to talk to you a little bit today about something called properties. Properties are the different qualities that something has that you can identify it by. So like for instance, this is one of my cat toys, okay? So one of its properties is it's made of cloth, so we can categorize it by what it's made of. We could say that it's soft. I could say that a property of it is that it's pink and it has stripes. So we can say a property is what it looks like. So everything has different properties, things about it that describe it. So for instance, I might take Legos, okay? Now, Legos, these are all Legos, right? But they all have different properties. So they're all made of plastic. That's a property of Legos. Now, I can have different types of Legos. I can have Legos that are more like blocks, or I could have Legos that are more flat. So if I go and I try to sort my Legos by its properties, I would take the brick Legos and I could put them into one pile. I could take the flat Legos and put them into another pile. The flat square Legos. Okay. I have another black one here and a flat one. Okay, now I get to these other Legos and I look at them and go, okay, these are a little weird. So I have this type of Lego that has kind of like a roof to it. So I would need to make another category because it doesn't really fit the properties of these Legos and it doesn't really fit the properties of these Legos. So I would have to make a slant piece group. So I put those in the slant piece group. Now I look at these, and these are kind of weird shapes as well. So I could put these and make them into an irregular shape group. Then I have these. So I could make a wheel group. So based on the properties of each group, I could sort them. Now, I could then write odd shape. And then label the odd shape group. I could write flat, and that would be the flat group. I could write slant. That would be the slanty group. And I could write brick for the brick group and wheel for the wheel group. So I can divide up all of my different Legos based on their properties. Now, Legos are fairly easy to do because they have very similar properties. But I went digging around in my junk drawer and I found all sorts of different things in order to tie bags closed with. Now, these have lots of different properties and it makes it so that we use them for different things. Like, for instance, I have some that are like twist ties. Some are very long twist ties. Some might be shorter. So if I have something that's really big, I need a twist tie. Like if I need to twist tie something onto a post outside, I might use something like this. If I am just trying to tie clothes a little bag like in the freezer, I might use one of the little twist ties. Then look at the properties of these. I have a red twist tie and I have a blue twist tie. So color can also be a property of these. I have these little clippy things that you use to close chips. And then I have these clippy things. One's made of wire, one's made of wood. What's that all about? I even have a paper clip that I sometimes close things with. And rubber bands. And then I have a bad habit of saving these little tabby things that you can use to close up bread sacks as well. And I have a lot of these in my junk drawer as well. So I have thick rubber bands. The property of the rubber bands is that it's thick. I have thin rubber bands. So I can take and I can sort these out into different categories. Now, I get to these two, and they're kind of odd. I look at their properties, and I go, this one probably fits better with the twist ties, in my opinion, because it's made out of wire. This one, because of its shape, I'm going to say it would go into this pile, but it could also fit into this one. So that's kind of an in-between, isn't it? So I'm going to put that one right here for right now until I figure out. So properties. Everything has properties. So what your job is going to be is to find something to sort by its properties and label the groups. So just like I did with the Legos a little bit ago, I sorted them out and labeled them. So I could have a rubber band group. I could have a clippy group. You know what? I think this is going to go in the wires. I could have a wire group. And I could have a plastic twist tie group or a plastic square tie group. And then I would go through and I would label it. So this would be wires. This one would be clips. This one would be rubber bands. And this one would be square ties. So your assignment is to just find some stuff, sort it by its properties. Good luck.